Imagine waking up every single day with the focus, drive, and determination to crush your goals. No distractions, no excuses, just relentless progress. Sounds incredible, right? But here's the hard truth. Most people never get there because they lack one critical thing: discipline. Not just any discipline, but the kind that's unshakable. The kind that keeps you moving forward even when motivation runs out. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And the good news, it's not something you're born with. It's something you build. Whether you're chasing success in your career, relationships, health, or personal growth, the ability to stay disciplined is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. But how do you build that kind of discipline? How do you create a mindset that doesn't quit even when things get tough? That's exactly what we're diving into today. If you're ready to take control of your life, stop making excuses, and start making progress, you're in the right place. Let's break this down and uncover the secrets to building unbreakable discipline, starting right now. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. If you aim to succeed, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, you must cultivate a level of discipline that's unshakable. But here's the reality. Discipline isn't something you're simply born with or without. It's a skill, a habit, and a mindset that can be developed over time. Building unbreakable discipline starts with one fundamental truth: you control your choices. Every day, the decisions you make either bring you closer to your goals or push you further away. The gap between those who succeed and those who don't lies in the level of discipline they apply to their choices. It all begins with having a clear vision for your life. What are you striving for? What's your purpose? Without a defined target, discipline becomes impossible. If you don't know where you're headed, how can you stay on track? Discipline thrives on structure. A daily routine isn't optional, it's essential. When you establish a disciplined routine, your actions become automatic. Your mind and body operate on autopilot, repeating the right habits until they're second nature. This is where consistency plays a critical role, doing the small necessary things every single day no matter what. But let's be clear, discipline demands sacrifice. You can't have it all if you want extraordinary results. You must let go of the ordinary things that are holding you back. Success is built not just on what you say yes to, but also on what you say no to. Building discipline isn't always easy, but it's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And just like any muscle, it needs rest and recovery. This doesn't mean slacking off. It means knowing when to pause, recharge, and refocus so you can move forward with even greater strength. So how do you develop unbreakable discipline? It starts with taking ownership of your actions, making sacrifices, and staying consistent, especially when things get tough. The journey is long and it won't always be easy, but it's worth it. Begin by defining what you want to achieve. Without clarity, discipline lacks direction. A disciplined day starts with a structured plan. Make every day purposeful and intentional. Be willing to say no to distractions, comfort, and the easy path to stay aligned with your goals. Success is built by doing the small things right, day after day, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is rooted in the choices you make. Every decision either moves you closer to your goal or pulls you further away. The road to success is filled with challenges, and discipline is what keeps you on course even when things get tough. Small, consistent improvements compound over time. Don't expect overnight results, but trust that progress is the key. Surround yourself with people who hold you accountable. Discipline flourishes in environments that demand it. Celebrate your progress along the way. Don't wait for the big goal to be achieved. The ability to delay gratification is at the heart of discipline. Master your impulses, and you'll master your future. Setting clear goals is the foundation of a successful life. You can't hit a target you can't see. If you don't have a clear picture of where you're going, how can you expect to get there? The first step in building unbreakable discipline is to define a specific, well-structured goal. The power of goal setting lies in its ability to focus your mind and energy on what truly matters. Without clear goals, you're wandering aimlessly, hoping for success, but not taking the necessary steps to achieve it. It's not enough to have a vague wish or dream. Many people get stuck in this phase saying, I want to be successful, or I want to be fit, but they lack the clarity needed to take action. The clearer your goals, the easier it is to map out your path. A goal is like a roadmap. It tells you where to go and helps you avoid getting lost. When you set clear goals, you give your discipline direction. It's not just about staying focused. It's about staying focused on the right things. Clear goals create a sense of urgency and a reason to show up every day because you know exactly what you're working toward. They set a standard for yourself. How can you build discipline if you don't know where you're going or why? Here's the key. Your goals must be bigger than your excuses. When your goals are clear and deeply aligned with your purpose, discipline becomes natural. You won't make excuses because your goals won't allow them. You'll push through the tough days because you have a powerful why that keeps you moving forward. The clearer your goals, the stronger your commitment, and the closer you'll get to achieving them. Your discipline will start to build itself because you'll be driven by the clarity of your purpose. When you know exactly what you want, the path becomes clear and nothing, no obstacle, no setback can stop you. The power of clear goals lies in the fact that they give you something worth fighting for. And when you have something worth fighting for, you'll do whatever it takes to achieve it. Developing a routine is one of the most powerful ways to build discipline because it creates structure in your life. You see, the difference between success and failure often comes down to what we do consistently, not just occasionally. A routine isn't about rigidly following a schedule. It's about designing your day in a way that serves your bigger goals. If you want to become disciplined, you need to create a plan that you follow without fail, a plan that eliminates unnecessary decisions and sets the tone for every single day. When you have a routine, you don't have to waste energy figuring out what to do next. You know exactly what needs to be done and you do it. Success isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about doing the work even when motivation isn't there. That's the power of a routine. It takes the pressure off. It makes action automatic. You don't think about whether you feel like working because your routine tells you that it's time to work. The beauty of a well-structured routine is that it builds momentum. When you follow your plan every day, one day leads into the next, and soon you find yourself operating at a higher level than ever before. Routine doesn't just organize your time, it organizes your mind too. It keeps you focused on what's important and removes distractions. When you have a clear routine, you're not giving into random impulses or losing time on things that won't move you forward. You are being intentional with your energy, and that's what drives results. But here's the thing, a routine is not about perfection. Life will throw curveballs and some days you won't stick to your plan. That's fine. What matters is that you get back on track quickly. A routine is about consistency, not perfection. It's about showing up every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it, even when things don't go your way. It's about building the habit of doing the right things regularly, regardless of how you feel. A strong routine also builds resilience. When you make routine a priority, you'll find that it becomes easier to overcome obstacles and push through challenges. You won't be knocked off course by minor setbacks because your routine has created a steady rhythm that keeps you moving forward no matter what. Remember, success is a daily practice, and the foundation of that practice is a solid routine. If you're serious about building discipline, it's time to commit to a routine that supports your goals, pushes you to perform at your best, and keeps you on track. Over time, your routine will become a reflection of the person you're becoming. And that's when real transformation happens. If you want to build unbreakable discipline, you have to be willing to make sacrifices. Success is not about having it all. It's about choosing what truly matters and letting go of everything that doesn't. The reality is, you can't have everything you want if you're not willing to give up certain things in order to get it. Every great achievement comes with a price, and that price is often found in the sacrifices you're willing to make. Most people want to succeed without understanding this simple truth. The bigger the dream, the bigger the sacrifice, Dot. You can't have massive success without giving up something along the way. You might have to give up the comfort of your couch for the discomfort of hard work. You might have to give up socializing on the weekends to focus on your growth. You might have to say no to instant gratification so that you can invest in long-term rewards. Every time you say yes to something that takes you away from your goals, you're sacrificing the part of your future. Now, I'm not saying that you should give up everything. Life is about balance, but you must understand that in order to achieve what others want, you'll have to do what others don't. People who are successful make sacrifices on a daily basis. They make decisions that move them forward and reject things that would pull them backward. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It means you enjoy life in the way that aligns with your purpose, not in ways that derail you. One of the most difficult sacrifices is the ability to say no to distractions. This is a critical part of discipline. Distractions are everywhere: people, habits, social media, and even the little pleasures we indulge in to avoid the tough work. Saying no is tough, but it's necessary if you want to build something that lasts. Your time is valuable, and every hour you spend on something that doesn't align with your goals is an hour you'll never get back. The more you learn to say no, the more you honor your discipline, and the more you make room for growth. The sacrifices you make today will pay off tomorrow. Every time you choose your goal over comfort, every time you push through the temptation to take the easy route, you are building discipline and reinforcing your commitment to your dreams. When the sacrifices become part of your daily life, they stop feeling like sacrifices at all. They become just another part of who you are, part of the journey toward achieving your vision. Remember, success is a series of choices, and every choice requires a sacrifice. The more disciplined you become in making those sacrifices, the closer you'll get to the life you truly want. Sacrifice is not about deprivation, it's about elevation. It's about choosing the life you deserve over the life that's easy. It's about building a future that's worth every sacrifice you make today. Consistency is the cornerstone of building unbreakable discipline. It's the small, everyday actions that ultimately lead to the big breakthroughs. The most successful people don't just work hard when they feel like it. They work hard every single day, no matter what success is, built through the repetition of the right actions day in and day out, not by the occasional bursts of effort when inspiration strikes. The secret to discipline lies in your ability to show up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is powerful because it compounds over time. The small efforts you make today may seem insignificant, but over the long term, they lead to extraordinary results. It's like planting a seed. You may not see the growth immediately, but over time, with consistent care and attention, that seed becomes something much bigger. The same principle applies to your life and your goals. The work you put in today, even when it feels small, is building the foundation for your future success. Most people fail not because they don't work hard enough, but because they aren't consistent. They start strong, get motivated, and take action. Then when the motivation fades, they stop. The key to discipline is showing up even when it's tough, even when you're tired, and even when the results aren't immediate. Success doesn't come from doing something spectacular once in a while. It comes from doing the right things consistently, even when no one is watching. The truth is, there's no secret to success. It's consistency. It's the daily commitment to doing the things that move you closer to your goals, regardless of your mood or circumstances. When you embrace consistency, you create a rhythm in your life. You make discipline part of your identity. It stops being something you have to force and becomes something that flows naturally because it's embedded in everything you do now. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You will miss a day here or there. Life happens, but the key is not to let one misstep derail your entire progress. The most disciplined people don't let setbacks stop them. They simply get back on track and continue their journey. Consistency is about persistence. It's about showing up every day, even when you feel like quitting. It's about doing the things you said you would do, even when the results aren't immediate or obvious. The beauty of consistency is that it works in every area of life. Whether you're working on your career or your health, your relationships, or your personal growth, the principles of consistency apply. It's the little things done every day, like reading, exercising, investing in your relationships, and staying focused on your goals, that create lasting change. Over time, these consistent efforts add up, and before you know it, you transform your life. So embrace consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your life. It's not always glamorous, and it's rarely easy, but the results speak for themselves. The more consistent you are, the more disciplined you'll become, and the closer you'll get to living the life you've always dreamed of. Success isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about showing up every day and doing the work. And when you do that, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. If you want to build unbreakable discipline, you must first learn to control your choices. Every day you are faced with decisions, small ones, big ones, easy ones, and hard ones. But here's the truth. Your life is the sum total of the choices you make. Your choices shape your future. The key to discipline is recognizing that at every moment, you are in control of what you choose. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your destiny. The quality of your decisions determines the quality of your life. Most people let their circumstances, feelings, and impulses control their choices. They wake up, react to the world around them, and let life push them wherever it wants to go. This is not discipline. Discipline is about taking responsibility for your decisions and understanding that you are the one who determines your path. You can't wait for the perfect moment to act, and you can't blame your environment for your lack of success. Every choice you make either brings you closer to your goals or takes you further away from them. It's as simple as that. Imagine if every day you made choices that pushed you in the direction of your dreams. Imagine if, instead of reacting to distractions, you took control of what you let into your life. If you want to achieve something great, you have to protect your time and your energy. You must decide what you're willing to invest in and what you're willing to let go. Success doesn't come from just taking action. It comes from making intentional, well thought out decisions and then following through on them, regardless of the temptation to do otherwise. Controlling your choices doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you have the strength to choose what's best for you in the long run, even when the immediate reward seems more enticing. In the moment, it's easy to give in to the impulse to procrastinate, to take shortcuts, or to indulge in things that aren't aligned with your goals. But a disciplined person understands that the choices they make today determine their tomorrow. You can choose to stay disciplined even when it's uncomfortable. You can choose to stay focused even when it feels easier to quit. Every decision you make is a vote for the person you want to become. The good news is you have the power to change your choices at any time. If you've been making the wrong decisions, it's never too late to change course. Every new day offers a fresh opportunity to make better choices. Start by taking control of the small choices. The choices of what you put into your mind, how you spend your time, who you surround yourself with, and what you choose to prioritize. These seemingly small decisions add up to something big over time. You are the master of your choices, and once you understand that, you take full responsibility for your life. No one else is to blame for your lack of progress. No one else is controlling your actions but you. When you learn to make the right choices consistently, you'll find that your discipline becomes stronger and your life starts to reflect the success you've always dreamed of. It all begins with this. You control your choices, and your choices control your destiny. Building resilience is one of the most critical components of unbreakable discipline. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles that can knock you down, but the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't isn't found in their ability to avoid hardship. It's found in their ability to rise after they've fallen. Resilience is the capacity to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward no matter how tough the circumstances may seem. You see, setbacks are a natural part of life, but they don't define you. What defines you is how you respond to those setbacks. Resilience is about choosing to see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat. Every time something doesn't go as planned, there's an opportunity to learn and grow. The people who succeed are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who fail and keep going. They don't allow one bad experience to stop them. They see it as a part of the journey. The truth is, life will never be perfect. There will always be bumps in the road, but those bumps don't have to derail you if you build resilience. Resilience comes from understanding that challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. The more you face adversity and come through it, the stronger you become. And every time you rise again, you build a foundation of strength that makes you even more capable of handling what comes next. Resilience is not about being tough in a way that never feels the pain. It's about feeling the pain, learning from it, and using it as fuel for your next step. It's about embracing the discomfort and continuing anyway. You must train your mind to stay focused on your end goal, even when things aren't going your way. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected obstacles, and only the resilient make it to the end. One of the greatest lessons in building resilience is understanding that it's a choice. You can choose to stay down, or you can choose to get back up. It's easy to quit when things get tough, but it takes discipline and strength to keep going when the going gets hard. Resilience is about sticking with it, doing the work, staying the course, and refusing to let temporary setback stop you from reaching your destination. And resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about growing stronger in the process. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build your mental and emotional toughness. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep trying. The more you build resilience, the more you learn to trust yourself, because you know that no matter what happens, you have the ability to rise again and keep moving toward your goals. When you build resilience, you become unstoppable. The world will throw obstacles your way, but you'll face them with confidence, knowing that every challenge is just another opportunity to prove your discipline, your strength, and your commitment to your success. So embrace the difficulties, welcome the challenges, and keep moving forward. Because with each setback, you'll only grow stronger. And that's when the real power of resilience takes hold. When it comes to building unbreakable discipline, one of the most important lessons is to focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion, something that always seems just out of reach. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that everything has to be flawless, that every step has to be executed perfectly. But this mindset can be paralyzing. The truth is, waiting for everything to be perfect before you act will only hold you back. Success isn't built on perfection. It's built on consistent progress. Perfection can be a trap. It's tempting to think that if we don't get it exactly right, we fail. But here's the thing. Failure isn't about making mistakes. Failure is about not trying. Every step you take, even if it's not perfect, brings you closer to your goal. It's the little improvements made over time that compound into massive results. Perfection doesn't allow room for mistakes, but progress does. Progress embraces the journey, learning from every experience, no matter how small, and using that learning to move forward. If you focus on getting everything perfect, you'll never start. And if you focus on staying perfect, you'll never finish. Progress, however, is different. Progress is about taking action. It's about showing up each day, doing the work and making improvements as you go. It's about moving forward, even if it's just a little bit, and trusting that over time, those small steps will add up. Success isn't a giant leap. It's a series of small, consistent movements in the right direction. A lot of people get stuck because they're paralyzed by the need to get things exactly right. They hold themselves back thinking they need to have everything in place before they can begin, but the truth is, you'll never have everything in place. You'll never feel 100% ready. And that's perfectly fine. The key is to start anyway and focus on progress. Don't worry about making everything perfect today. Worry about making a little bit of progress today. Tomorrow you can build on that, and the day after that even more. Over time, you'll look back and realize how much you've grown, not because you were perfect, but because you kept moving forward. Perfectionism can also be a source of frustration and disappointment. When you hold yourself to an unrealistic standard, you set yourself up for failure every time things don't go as planned. But progress allows you to recognize that growth isn't linear. There will be days when things don't go perfectly, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep going, that you keep learning, and that you keep moving forward, no matter how imperfect your progress may seem. Remember, progress is not about doing everything right. It's about making improvements every day. It's about making small adjustments, learning from your experiences, and continuing to put in the effort. You'll never achieve perfection, but if you focus on progress, you'll achieve something far greater: success, growth, and the unbreakable discipline to keep going no matter what. So don't let the desire for perfection stop you from moving forward. Focus on getting a little better each day, and you'll find that your progress will lead you exactly where you need to go. If you want to build unbreakable discipline, finding accountability is one of the most powerful tools you can use. The truth is, it's easy to let ourselves off the hook. It's easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow, or it's not a big deal, or I'll just skip it this one time. The moment you introduce accountability, whether it's a person, a system, or a commitment, everything changes. You start to realize that your actions, whether good or bad, have consequences. And these consequences don't just affect you, they impact others too. Accountability forces you to show up even when you don't feel like it. It creates a system of checks and balances that keeps you on track. Without accountability, it's far too easy to let things slide. You make excuses, procrastinate, and before you know it, weeks or months have passed with little to no progress. But when someone is there to check in, when someone is relying on you to follow through, it becomes much harder to avoid doing the work. You realize that your success or lack of it affects others, and that's a powerful motivator. However, accountability isn't just about having someone else monitor your progress. It's about creating systems in your life that ensure you stick to your commitments. This could mean setting up regular check-ins, sharing your goals publicly, or using automatic reminders to keep you focused. The more external structures you put in place to support your discipline, the less likely you are to make excuses. These structures act as constant reminders of your commitments and why they matter. Here's the truth. Accountability doesn't just help you stay focused. It helps you grow. It challenges your assumptions, pushes you to take action when you might otherwise hesitate, and helps you see things from a new perspective. When you're working alone, it's easy to become complacent. But when someone is watching, when someone is rooting for your success, you push yourself harder. You perform at a higher level. You become the person you know you're capable of being because you know someone else has invested in your progress. And let's not forget, the most powerful form of accountability comes from within. It's the commitment you make to yourself. If you've ever set a goal and failed to follow through, it's likely because you didn't hold yourself accountable. You didn't make your word to yourself strong enough. When you develop the discipline to keep promises to yourself, you won't need to rely on others to stay on track. That said, external accountability, especially when you're starting out or need an extra push, can provide the motivation you need to stay committed to your goals. Ultimately, accountability isn't just about checking off boxes or meeting deadlines. It's about cultivating a deeper sense of responsibility for your actions. It's about recognizing that the work you do today impacts your future, and it matters not just to you, but to the people around you. When you make accountability a cornerstone of your discipline, you create a powerful feedback loop that keeps you progressing, learning, and growing, no matter what challenges come your way. Building unbreakable discipline also requires a mindset that celebrates progress, no matter how small. It's easy to overlook small victories, to think that only big achievements matter. But here's the truth, small wins are the building blocks of success. They form the foundation upon which greater accomplishments are built. When you fail to celebrate these moments, you risk losing momentum. Success isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about recognizing the steps that get you there, no matter how minor they may seem. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you're moving closer to your goal. And that progress deserves to be acknowledged. If you focus only on the end result, you may become discouraged by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. But when you take the time to celebrate the small wins along the way, you keep your motivation high. You remind yourself that you're making progress, and that alone is worth celebrating. Celebrate the first step, the first hour of work, the first day you stick to your plan. Celebrate finishing a task, no matter how small it may seem. These little victories aren't just about boosting your morale in the moment, they're reinforcements that keep you moving forward. The more you celebrate your small wins, the more you strengthen your sense of discipline. Each celebration is a reminder that you're capable, that your efforts are paying off, and that you're headed in the right direction. Celebrating creates a positive feedback loop that encourages you to continue. It's like putting gas in the tank. You need that fuel to keep going. Without acknowledging your progress, you may feel stuck in a never-ending grind. But when you pause to recognize how far you've come, you give yourself the mental boost to keep pushing forward. You start to see the journey as something enjoyable, not just something to endure. The key is to celebrate in a way that aligns with your goals. You don't need to throw a party for every minor accomplishment, but give yourself credit in a way that acknowledges the effort. Maybe it's a moment of reflection, a quiet affirmation that you're on the right path, or rewarding yourself with something meaningful. It doesn't matter how big or small the win is. What matters is recognizing that you've made progress, and that progress matters. Celebrating small wins also builds confidence. When you focus on the steps you've taken, rather than the distance you still have to go, you begin to realize that you're capable of more than you thought. You start to believe in your ability to succeed because you've already proven to yourself that you can take action and make things happen. This confidence becomes a crucial part of building unbreakable discipline. The more you celebrate your progress, the more you reinforce the idea that you're capable of achieving your goals, no matter how big they seem. So don't wait for the big moment to feel proud. Celebrate the small wins along the way. These moments of acknowledgement fuel the fire of discipline and keep you focused on your journey. Over time, those small wins add up to something far greater than you could have imagined. And when you look back, you'll see that the path to success was paved with countless small victories that together led you to your ultimate goal.